Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. I'm really excited today because I have some gorgeous DIYs to share with you. 4 autumn crafts that are so quick and easy to put together. They're affordable too. I think you're going to enjoy. Let's get crafting. For the first project, I'm taking this piece of wood. It was a scrap piece of wood that I had. I cut it to size and I have also sanded it. Then I'm taking this house, which actually has a tea light, and I'm going to place that in the centre of my wood. You can stick this down, but because mine has a tea light, I'm going to just leave as. Then I've got the sweet, which I'm going to use, and you can just get creative with whatever you have. I'm just going to cut this to size and hot glue it right on the side of the house. This is actually real dried fruit, and I always buy them because they look like miniature pumpkins. So this is how they come, and then I add a little stalk to them just to make them look more like a pumpkin. So I've got 2 here. I'm not sure how many I'm going to use because I do like simple, like less is more for me. So I might go with 1, but let's have a look. You can try stacking them up, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So just adding a little hot glue to stick the 2 together. And then add hot glue to the base to stick it onto the wood. And then I want to add a bit of detail to the chimney, so I'm taking some toy stuffing. I love doing this in little houses. It makes it look more realistic, it just brings it to life. So you can hot glue that inside and it's going to look like smoke is coming out of the house. You can also paint or stain your base if you want to. I really love the natural look, so I'm keeping it as is. And then of course you can also add more detail to your house. You can paint it if you want. So I'm just going to remove the house so I can show you what you can do on the front here. If you have a cricket, or you can just take some stickers like this and you can add whatever you want on here. You can leave it plain. I do like I mentioned, simple or less is more for me, but I think I might go ahead and add pumpkin in. I think that might look quite cute here. Oh my goodness, how adorable is this? It's definitely one of the cutest things I've made. I'm really happy with it. I think it also looks really high end. It's a bit hard to see the smoke coming out the chimney on camera, but it really does look good in real life. And I love the miniature pumpkins. You can easily find something like this selling on Etsy for a lot more. This video is also part of a friendly YouTube collaboration. There's more autumn ideas for you to enjoy in a playlist. It's going to be pinned in my comments, so make sure you check all the other videos out once you're done watching mine. Cloches just have a way of making everything look really expensive and high-end. So I've grabbed this cloche from IKEA, and I really suggest that you do the same because it's so easy to style these and you can change them for the seasons and the holidays. That's what I do. So I'm taking the base of my cloche and then I'm going to be adding some leaves. So I have this pack here and there's different colour autumn leaves that you can see. I'm going to leave the red out, but I don't mind the yellow and the green. And then you want to take some figurines. I've got this fox and a squirrel. I thought it's perfect for autumn, like woodland animals. Now you can just keep simple. You can have this and then the pumpkin on its own, but I do love adding that touch of whimsy. So I'm going to have both of them sit on the base. And this is going to be a bit of a tight squeeze, so we'll see what we can do. I know that I have to arrange the pumpkin in a certain way so that they can all fit in to the arrangement. And I'm just trying to fill any gaps. I've got one here. So I'm taking these small miniature pine cones and I have hot glued an acorn to it. And I'm just going to add that right on the side. And then just for a little bit more detail, I'm going to add this gorgeous artificial flower. I think it looks really good actually. It's even furry. This is probably one of the best artificial flowers I've seen. I'm just going to cut its size because the stem is super long. So now I'm going to take my cloche and place it on top of everything. See how quick and easy that was to put together, but doesn't it look so effective? I am really loving these DIYs today. I know that I would have had to pay so much more for something like this. I left the flowers pretty tall because I really loved how it was pressing on the top of the cloche, and I just love that all of the colours coordinate with each other, the pumpkins and the flowers, for example. For this project, I'm going to make an arrangement in here. As you can see, I have used this in another project, so I have just distressed it a little bit. Then I'm going to take some of this, which my mum gifted me. She knows I'm a crafter and I need everything. So fill the entire thing up. And then we're going to add some pumpkins in. I've got different sizes and some fabric ones like I used in the previous project. Now again, I'm going to take some of the leaves and place them in the arrangement too. I feel like the red ones are too bright. So let's go with some of these green ones. I think one last one right here. I'm going to add some of these berries, just placing them inside, and they are on wire as you can see. Just make sure you don't lose them, they can get lost inside. Again, you can leave off here. I'm going to add some ornaments. I have this chubby little robin. I want to sit him in the corner. I did have a bit of a gap there anyway. Another DIY that I am so happy with, again really quick to put together, and you can imagine this in like a country sort of magazine. I love how natural and organic this looks and the neutral colours, but then you also have a pop of colour. Now for the last project, I'm going to make a wreath. This is going to be a small mini wreath, but you can replicate this in whatever size you like. Now I always really love to add jewellery to my wreaths, so I've got this, I think it's a hairband. I'm going to take the leaf off because that's what I like and it ties in with autumn. And then I'm adding this to it, a bit of leather. I'm going to have to poke that through because it's a bit thick. And there we go. Now I'm taking my hot glue just to stick the two pieces together, and then I'll also cut off the excess. Now I'm taking some cocoa liner and I'm going to stick it right up here, half of the wreath, so it covers the side. And then tidy it up, so I'm trimming any pieces I don't want. I don't want it too neat, I still want it looking natural. Now I'm going to decorate the wreath with some wooden toppers. So I have this pack here, I've stuck two mushrooms together and I'm going to add that right where you saw. I've also got these owl toppers. I'm going to just remove this because I don't need it. And then stick that here. I really love this so far. And then I'm going to add this hedgehog, and you can paint these or use these acrylic painters to give them some colour. I really love leaving mine as is. Then I'm taking some artificial flower heads. These are plastic, I've pulled them off. I'm going to stick two down. And I think to finish off, I'm going to add this small pine cone to the inside because I want it to give it like depth. And then this is also a real dried fruit, just looks like a pumpkin, so I'm going to add that inside. And then I'm finishing off with this artificial acorn, and I think I'm done now. So what do you all think of my miniature wreath? I think these are really sweet as little gifts as well. You'll have to let me know your favourite project in the comments because I'm really struggling today. Also, don't forget to check out the playlist that I mentioned earlier. So that's all of today's ideas. I really hope that they have inspired you. I had so much fun making them. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.